A long time ago, on a comics page far, far away. Greetings and welcome to May the Panel Be With You, the Star Wars comic book show brought to you by the Punch Up Entertainment Network. I am your humble host, Mike Gargoni, and joining me, as always, the Captain Hookier to my Mr. Take, it is John Campbell.
Hello, everyone. This is a weird issue.
This is I'm not going to say it's the weirdest issue. There's no topping certain strange space oddities where writers have had their names taken off of it.
Yeah, or Cody Sunchild. Yeah, Cody Sunchild.
That's that issue.
That's the one, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, but it's just this is indicative of all the worst parts of this comic. Every weird impulse of this comic is kind of represented here.
Yeah, for sure. Because, we're talking about issue number 104 of the original Marvel Star Wars comic. We are in the final countdown of issues here. This is going to end with issue 107. We've got three more after this, plus the weird issue 108. We'll get to that one as well. But
yeah. Don't worry, we've gotten the letters.
But this particular issue came out in March of 1986. We have a familiar creative team here with Joe Duffy as our writer. We've got Cynthia Martin on pencils. Also, probably Cynthia Martin on ink here. The crediting here gets a little weird. We'll get into it. Glennis Ween, eventually Oliver on colors. We have Tom Orzechowski on letters and Nascenti as our editor, and Jim Shooter, Big Shoots, up there as editor-in-chief.
Jay Shoots!
And
I wish he was still alive so I could call him Jay Shoots to his face.
This is an issue that is going to feel like a confusing tangle of melodrama and cartoon antics, because that is precisely what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the cover will let you know exactly that that's true, based on the fact that Zorak has Luke Skywalker at gunpoint.
Oh God, they're back. The bug people are back.
Yeah. The Hiromi bug people.
That's it. The Hiromi, yeah. Which, it's not even them being bug people, because whatever, that's fine. And there are bug people in Star Wars.
Sure,
no question. It's the outfits, right?
It's the stripy shirts and the pirate boots and the berets. Something about it.
and that they've decided this is the uniform for the whole culture.
Yeah. Though I will say, in the last time we saw them, it was obviously an issue in 1984, so it was the year of the Ewok. So it was an Ewok-focused issue.
At the last we saw them, to be fair, it was during the year of the Ewok, and everything got a little weird during that time. Not our fault. It was the year of the Ewok, folks.
But that whole issue, we were just like, who are these guys? Are these the next big threat? Are these the guys that we actually have to worry about? Because the one that we see... And the answer is no. Decidedly no, as of this issue.
Well, they show up in this issue going, I still think so.
We're going to learn in this issue that the Hiromi, think they're a way bigger deal than they actually are.
Yeah, don't forget about us. Don't sleep on us. We're still a threat. Right?
I called him Zorak at the top. For those who don't know, that is a reference to, of course, a Space Ghost character. And
Space Ghost.
People of our generation probably know him best from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That was a show made by Adult Swim that reused a lot of the old cartoon footage from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon of yesteryear.
I mean, Space Ghost, you mean Space Ghost, one of our finest talk show hosts?
One of our finest talk show hosts.
One of the great interviewers of all time?
And his side man, his band leader, of course, was the Mantis Man Zorak.
Yeah. We talk about villains.
But the fact that the original Space Ghost cartoon came out in the 60s means that Zorak does indeed predate these Bugmen.
Yeah. He was the OG Bugman. Probably not, but at least as far as our cultural references go.
Sure.
Anyway,
The cover here also features a really like leggy Princess Leia here being swung in on a chandelier.
yeah, and she will be that. I will say the dress she wears in this is daring.
Look, we're on Zeltros. Things are gonna like list quickly towards, hey, we're all having a good time, and we're all having a good time.
And then we've got Luke all in white with a pliff on his shoulder.
Don't forget the Hoojibs. The Hoojibs are also here.
Don't forget all the goofy shit that's been in this comic. You
Hey,
guys.
just be glad that we don't have any Lashbees here.
Yeah, the Lashbees are maybe the finally bridge too far for me.
The literal Care Bears that turn into murder monsters.
Although I will say I do like that decision, that's what happens to them is pretty weird.
Sure. And the fact that the last time we saw the Hirobi, these bug guys, wasn't an issue where they had beef with the Ewoks.
These are people who have beef with Ewoks, so that should tell you a lot, right?
But yeah, so this issue, like you say, it's going to be a lot. Just a lot in every direction.
Oh, big time. Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're on Zeltros already should tell you that this is wild. And then all the other stuff we've talked about is nuts. That just keeps adding to the insanity of this. And yeah, I mean, I will say, this cover, it delivers on what's promised this issue, for sure.
I just love the title. Let's get to this first page, because the title here did actually get a chuckle out of me. The guys and dolls? Come on.
For all the Broadway fans, guys and dolls, we're just a bunch of crazy guys and dolls. Which is not a song, of course, from that musical, but instead the Simpsons parody of that musical that starred one Mark Hamill, if you remember.
There's layers of reference here that I think might be lost on the modern day viewer.
Luke, be a Jedi tonight. Just be a Jedi tonight.
When does that episode of The Simpsons air? That's 90s. It's got to be.
No, it's definitely 90s. Because I remember it being, of course, as I'm sure it was for you, the biggest fucking deal for me.
Do it for Yoda and all the other puppets. Luke, be a Jedi tonight.
I just that's the funniest thing is the cut to backstage and he's in the Luke Skywalker costume and he's like, "This is an embarrassment. Nathan Detroit would never wear this." And the stagehand just goes, "Yeah, whatever. Get out there, Luke." And there's also a funny joke in there about like, I can't break another lightsaber. Lucas makes me pay for these things. All right, that's enough about that. But I will say, it's actually not that far off because, good God, we're on Zeltros, and I guess there's something specifically about. I mean, Zeltrons are very sexual beings.
Oh yes,
but something particularly about Luke Skywalker makes all the Zeltron women go nuts.
They comment on it on this issue. I don't know as if it's ever addressed, but yes, there's something about Luke.
Yeah, because and also a very non-Luke Skywalker look over his shoulder like, huh, hey, I don't know.
If this was a modern comic, Luke could be packing cake here. There's zero definition on Luke's butt, but in a modern comic, we'd be getting a little bit of cheek action from Luke Skywalker.
What butt? He has no butt at all.
He is matte black. Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody's, they either know who he is, or the other girls are just going like, what a cute guy. I wonder who he is. Oh boy. What's a fella to do?
This is Cynthia Martin, okay, again on art, but this is also Cynthia Martin on inks. And I think her art is really good in this issue. This issue is wild and nuts, but I think there's like a lot of good detail work. There's a lot of good like character poses, and like the faces are all like distinct enough to work.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, I do think her art style is better used in the lighter hearted stuff because it is more cartoony.
Yeah.
And so I do think this is I think she does a good job here. I've gotten more used to her art also, I would say. For sure. Because when it first came, it was a big shock.
Well, yeah, going from like Marvel house style to Well, I mean,
Or especially
honestly,
like anytime you have like an Al Williamson and it's
yeah.
so hyper detailed, and then it's like, whoa, Cynthia Martin is so loose.
Yeah, you go from Silvestri to this, and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. But so anyway, yeah, all the Zeltron girls are checking out Luke.
Hell yeah. And he's getting swarmed as they're all suggesting that they go have sex.
Yeah, because they're immediately going like, "Do you have a place to stay? You can come to my room." And oh boy, who else but ho kid? You sure are in it, aren't you, bud? It's me, Lando.
Lando in his pirate shirt.
Oh, Lando in the pirate shirt. I'm not gonna say it's not in character. I'm just gonna say we haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't throw me as much as you might think.
But it's the frilly shirt from Seinfeld. That's what Lando is wearing.
Oh yes. Well, I want to be a pirate. I do want to be a pirate. And I do like that they're just like, he's cute. Are you his friend? And he's like, you goddamn right I am. And I want to be your friend too. For everything, Luke's like, geez, ladies, I don't know. Lando's like, please, I will come to all of your rooms. Yeah.
So yeah, Luke is getting swarmed, but of course, Luke, being the diligent Luke Skywalker that he is, says, "Hey, will you please take us to your leaders?"
Yeah. Which is pretty great that somebody says, take me to your leader.
I know, it's a class. What is the that's from Day the Earth Stood Still, right? No, what's the first?
First use of
Take me to your leader. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Here it is. It comes from wow. It's believed to have originated in a 1953 New Yorker cartoon.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
Okay. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah. I know, you would think it would be something like Day There Stood Still. And it's yeah. That's so weird that that's where it comes from. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm looking at the cartoon too. It's like a little spaceman who's broken a bunch of dishes in a restaurant, and then he's looking up at the like manager saying, "Take me to your leader."
Okay.
I don't even know why it's funny.
The New Yorker doesn't have to be funny. It is
if
funny
any-
in concept.
Yeah. I don't even know what the concept. If anyone can explain that joke to me, put it down in the comments.
Well, what you're missing is the context of the Korean War, John.
Yes, that's it. Yes. Very comedically humorous. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So, and she goes, "Okay, yeah, we'll take over." And then, oh boy, here comes Leia, trailed by her entourage of boy band Zeltrons. Of course.
They're back, baby. They never left. So everyone gets a swarm of Zeltrons. We're on Zeltros, so everybody gets an armful of Zeltrons. Doesn't matter who you are.
That's true. And so yeah, everybody's surrounded here, and so I thought you boys would be eager for a little rest here at home before we began our mission. So they're here for diplomatic reasons, but also because it's Zeltros, that kind of means partying too.
You can't have one without the other when you're dealing with Zeltrons. That's just how it goes.
The cultural thing is the party.
We don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah. Look, I guess we will boogie oogie, as you people do.
They're here to talk to the leaders of Zeltros, ostensibly about the galactic war between the Nagai and everyone else that is fomenting.
I mean, it's actually, the stakes are actually pretty high.
But you wouldn't know it based on the reactions of the Zeltrons.
We boogie.
But first we boogie. Some Zeltron men attempt to swarm Leia, but her boy band runs interferes, saying, "Hey, buzz off. She already knows all the Zeltrons she wants to."
And once again, we've talked about these guys aren't, or at least they don't immediately present as sexually attracted to Leia. They are just her crew.
They are her posse, like they're her entourage.
Yeah. And so it is just like, these guys are like, back off. She already has a crew.
But thankfully, what's this? Our last main character, who are we missing here? It's Han Solo and the rest of them, and they're on their way.
Yeah. And they're bringing Danny with them, which is important here.
Well, because
Danny,
she's the
who's
main
wearing her
Zeltron we've
headband of
known.
mourning, because she's still obviously very upset. And of course, also the Millennium Falcon is lousy with who jibs.
Because yeah, we've got Han, we've got Chewie, we've got R2 and 3PO, and these Hoojibs are definitely, now that I'm like seeing this particular image, this middle panel here, this is a precursor to the
Porgs?
the Korgs, yeah, the Porgs.
Yeah, Porgs, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like the image of Chewie surrounded and he's got one on him and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. They're very the proto Porg.
Admittedly, these ones are also psychic energy eaters that we've established speak in the voice of Fraser Crane, but
Yes, of course. Me, Pliff. I'm listening. Anyway, so I do like that they're just like, we're asking for landing clearance, assuming that they can understand Chewie's ruff.
if there's one thing that Zeltrons understand, it's someone grunting and learning what they want via grunts.
And I like that C-3PO is like, Danny, shouldn't you be excited that you're back home? I don't understand human emotions.
Oh boy, we get.
Oh yeah,
We're
gonna have to
it on the next
avoid
page.
the conversation again.
Yeah, but
Our
even
favorite
Han,
conversation not to have.
Han is a little heartless here, as he's like, "Hey, would it kill you to say thank you? We're bringing you home.
Yeah.
Thought you'd be happier about this."
Can I just say, Han Solo saying, "Would it kill you to say thank you?" feels pretty off character to me.
Yeah,
Like the last guy who would ever care about manners. Would it kill you if I say a thank you? Jesus Christ.
but Danny is obviously still heartbroken. She says,
God, yeah, of course.
"What do I have to thank anyone for, Han?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'll carry the memories and nightmares the Nagai left me with while I was his prisoner. And without Kiro, wherever I go alone."
I love that she goes, remember how I was tortured? Oh, yeah. And my boyfriend died. And it's just like, and I mean, I guess Han's a little heartless, but it does also feel like this has been potentially weeks of this. And he's like, oh, yeah, I get it. It's a fucking awful day. Everything's
Look, I know you're
terrible for me."
depressed and tired, but that's what coming home is for rest is all about.
Yeah. Says me, a guy who never goes back to my home because it's awful.
But he does and Chewie went home and he had a good time when he was hanging out with his wife and kid.
Yeah, remember how he
And
has a
masturbating
family?
dad.
That's very important. That he, I mean, Chewie's a neglectful father. Let's be honest.
Again, the time scale of Wookiee lives, he was gone for a weekend and it was 100 years.
Yeah. They do the same thing in Voyager with Tuvok, where it's like, well, I haven't seen my kids in decades, but actually, that's not that bad for Vulcans.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then we get, okay, here we go. And I was reading this the other night going, uh-oh, they're trying to force us to have the conversation we've sworn not to have.
Because 3PO has a line here that says, "Indeed, Mistress Danny, R2-D2 and I are merely droids and not organic beings. But I'm certain if we had homes, visiting them would brighten our feelings. If we had feelings."
What am I to do with that line of dialogue?
It's not quite as bad as the one at the end of the holiday special where he's like, "I don't have emotion, so I can't feel the joy of Christmas."
Yeah, I wish I could.
Yeah.
Which is also insane. I don't have emotions, but I wish I had them, which isn't that kind of an emotion.
Yeah. But so 3PO here is showing empathy for Danny by saying, "I would feel good about going home if I could feel, which I don't, so why would I make this statement?"
Also, if I had a home is an interesting line, too.
Oh,
Is Tatooine not his home?
John, when we eventually pull the Band-Aid on this and talk about what the actual semi-canonical origins of droids are in Star Wars, it is a fucking doozy. So I'm not going to enter that into the conversational log here, but the idea of a droid point of origin is addressed occasionally in Star Wars, and there's a lot.
And of course, we haven't done it yet, but George will give us a very specific point of origin for 3PO that I will say I've never fully understood why that was the choice, but being what it is, Anakin Skywalker built him on Tatooine. So
Yeah.
what? Anyway, and then I don't know if this is Pliff or just a Hoojib.
Just assume any Hoojib that's talking is Pliff, even when there's two Hoojibs talking to each other.
Because Pliff pops in and goes, and we Hoojibs are always pleased to return to our world, Abra. Remember
Arbra?
that place? Yeah. And then she's like, oh, yeah, but Kiro died.
And again, you brought this up last issue, but like this idea of Danny's like deep depression is really undercut by the fact that we, the reader, know that Kiro is still alive.
But one sentence from Luke Skywalker could alleviate some of this, although it would bring up, and why does he want me to continue to think he's dead? Simply because of some sort of perceived altruism of it's better for her this way.
When it's clearly not, because the line of dialogue we get from her here is like, uh-oh, Danny might be in a really dark place, because she says, I want to do everything in my power to convince my people's rulers that we should enter this war wholeheartedly and help the Alliance of Free Planets to exterminate the Nagai. Uh-oh.
Exterminate, not defeat, not push back, not any other. Exterminate them.
And you know she's serious because the speech bubble here gets jagged and angry.
Yeah. Pliff, since her experience, I'm assuming, I guess this is the Niles.
This would be the Niles.
Yeah. Pliff, since her experience, I don't do a Niles, but Pliff, since her experience with this Densiva, Danny has changed. So all her peace and joy are gone. Yes, and being telepathic, we are more aware of her pain and anger than the rest of her friends. Poor Danny. So I just like she's talking this, and there's like, oh no, the Pliff's going, she's even more upset than you would think from all this crazy things she's saying.
So yeah, Danny's in a bad way.
Yeah, oh, big time, yeah.
And it's really interesting now that we're on the Zeltron home planet to see these like absolute like captivated with joy and sensation that she used to be, and like the dichotomy there I think is actually really good storytelling. Obviously, again, we're all hung up on the fact that like there's not that many issues of this story left. We know it's not going to really go anywhere, but I actually like this development for Danny going into this.
Yeah, it's also just very ham-handed though. I mean, my God, the fact that everyone is outright saying it. But yes, of course, I do like the idea of the party people, and one of them is now deeply depressed.
Now one of them is a party pooper.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
the Nagai. Oh, hey, it's Densiva. Yeah. Remember that guy that tortured Danny?
And then I like, just as you predicted, Sir Den, the Millennium Falcon has just landed on Zeltros. I just like the idea of him going like, I think maybe the Millennium Falcon is going to Zeltros. You're right, sir.
And we know that he is super serious with his second in command here because she is bald. Ooh.
Yeah, and has Vulcan ears.
I mean, they all sort of have, all the Nagai have pointy ears.
I guess it just really shows with the bald head, obviously.
Yeah. Because mostly the Nagai that we've seen stand out because of their wild, crazy hair. When one's bald, you know they're serious.
But I do just like, as you predicted, and then he goes, naturally. Make sure the masking devices on our ships are functioning at maximum efficiency. Now, I would call this a cloak, but, you know, whatever.
That's a Star Trek thing, John. We can't do that.
Yeah. They've cloaked. What about the kid? And those are, of course, outlawed for the Federation by the Khitomer Accords.
Of course.
Yeah. And so, what other vessels are there in Zeltron space?
There's a few insignificant ones, but we probably don't have to worry about those. Cut to an insignificant person we don't have to worry about.
Well, First Officer Hilog, make your report.
Yeah, so here are the Hiromi. These are the bug guys that are wearing the stripy shirts and the berets.
France will be free for the bug people.
But, of course, we can't get away without making some Star Trek references. So the captain of this ship is Captain Hookier, which is a TJ Hooker reference for those who don't know. Why would you? That
What,
was a
what I like is the double nature of Captain Hook here, a reference to T.J. Hooker, of course, played by a guy who played a starship captain.
right, exactly. That's the joke
It's
here.
double. Yeah, but I just like the and of course our pilot is Mr. Takai.
Tahkay.
Takei,
Yeah. So
which is of course
George Takei.
Takei, who played
Yeah.
Mr. Zulu.
Of course.
Aye, sir. Ahead warp 4. I mean,
So yeah, it's the Hiromi. They're here. Their ship it sucks. If you look, there's like
Yeah.
an ashtray with a bunch of put out cigarettes in front of Mr. Takei.
well,
There's like
once again, come on. We're dressing them like French guys, and we have them smoking a lot. What are we doing?
there's a spilled bottle of red wine in the background. I expected one of them to have a baguette.
Yeah. Oh, let me finish spreading the butter on my baguette.
We talked about this when these guys first show up, but they are so Hanna-Barbera bad guys. I expected to see these
Exactly.
guys competing in the wacky races.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing about this is, yes, they are not the Nagai, but they are supposed to pose some level of threat. And instead, you've made them just so goofy. They pose zero threat. I brought up
I
that
don't-
they're kind of the Ferengi of this. Because
Yeah.
the Ferengi, of course, were introduced as a threat before somebody went like, no, they're not remotely threatening.
That is 100% what is happening in this issue. Is maybe in that
Yeah.
first issue, we could have maybe, conceivably, even though the issue was very silly, think that the Hiromi were some kind of threat, but circumstance made it silly. This issue really cements, nah, they're just silly.
Well, not because now it is like now they are in direct comparison to the Nagai as the real threat.
Right. So
Yeah.
they're coming
So
into
then-
Zeltros, though, to conquer it in the name of the Hiromi.
Even the way that the captain is sitting, like lean back, like, oh, fire the weapon. Hey, set the course.
Mr. Takei, set a course for Zeltros. We conquer it today, for conquest is the glorious destiny of our people, the Hiromi.
And also, if you look out the window, their ship has a full-on nacelle on it, of course, like a Star
If you
Trek
look
ship.
to the right of that nacelle, you'll see that part of that view screen is boarded up with literal wooden planks.
We hit the piece of space rock, and it put a chip in the window, so it boarded it up. Yeah, it's low rent. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's meet the. What are these? Are they the king and queen, or what?
The
are they?
leaders, the
Yeah,
the king and queen, sure.
yeah, of the Zeltrons.
Yeah, this is Leone and Arno.
I like Arno. Arno's a very generic, like old man name.
He looks like a pretty generic old man.
How you doing? It's me, Arno, king of the Zeltrons. How you doing? And so they're like, welcome, Commander Skywalker and General Calrissian. And it's like, hey, everybody's happy to see you. Everybody likes you guys.
You know what? I think we need a party. Everyone's so happy you're here. We need a party. Party? Everyone party? Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, but don't we also have some business to attend to? They're like, yeah. We got a party.
Oh, yeah, but I think you deserve a party. But the
Yeah.
king, being reasonable, says, all right,
Yeah.
but you can tell us what you want to tell us so we can party without distraction.
Yeah. I don't want this putting harsh in the mellow of the party, man. Come on.
Don't
Let's
harsh
do
the
it.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, coming in here with your business talk. This is a party planet.
But right as they're about to get down to business, who's that? Who's here? Why, it's everybody else. It's Han and Chewie and Danny and Pliff.
Hey, everybody. Don't start the party without me. And Leia comes up and really lays it on him.
And to the point where the boy band of Zeltrons is applauding at their smooching.
As we established before, they are shippers. They are Han and Leia shippers.
Look at how glad Her Highness and the General are to see each other. Heck, everyone's glad to see the General. I am.
Yeah. I like Han so much. Maybe, but don't you go trying to kiss him. Oh, oh boy. Anyway, and Pliff is like, oh, good, Luke Skywalker, my old friend.
Finally, someone serious I can talk to.
But also surrounded by Zeltron young ladies again, I see.
Luke being like, I'm getting used to it.
And then I like that the Zeltron boy band is like, "Oh yeah, hey, we're happy to see you too, Chewbacca. Don't get upset about it."
Well, because Chewbacca's like, Rurf?
Nothing for me. And of course, in comes Lando with the Zeltron on his arm, going like, "All right, everybody."
We're all here. We're all happy. We're going to have a party. Everything's great. What could possibly go wrong?
And then Luke goes, "Oh right, the war that's brewing." Sorry, I know there's going to be a party. Everybody's horny and wanting to get wasted, but you should know that there is a horrible war starting.
Also, the remnants of the Empire have allied themselves with an extragalactic threat that are known as the Knives, aka the Nagai.
Yeah, once again, the way knives. Okay, you got to choose. They're the knives and then the guy, because it seemed like, well, for a while it was like there was one guy named Knife. Then Knife became like a title within the Nagai. Now Knives is a full blown. You can also just call the Nagai the Knives.
Correct.
Yeah, that's good. They've really got this worked out.
And then, so Luke is bringing down the mood by saying, "By the way, the war," and then Leia's going to further complicate things by saying, "Actually, maybe the Nagai aren't as bad as we maybe thought. I experienced some stuff."
Was nice. Yeah, I met one guy who was nice.
But she also encountered the fact that they're in the middle of fighting people who are even worse than them.
Yeah. But does that really, I mean, does that give you, is that an enemy of my enemy kind of thing?
Don't know. Leia's just introducing the concept.
One day we may be able to achieve peace with them. Yeah, but this is Star Wars, honey.
And Danny is of that opinion, because she says, "The only peace any Nagai deserve is the peace of the grave. We should kill them all quickly."
And the only reason I say that is that torture is not the Zeltron way.
I mean, Danny is coming at this raw, and she has every right to, in my opinion.
Well, I will say both of them, both her and Leia, are making broad generalizations in the guy based on individual actions of single members of this race.
It's true. Like any good sci-fi, we're going to generalize entire species based on a single character we're introduced to.
I met one who was nice. Well, I met one who was awful.
Spock is incredibly logical and pronounces it sensors. That means all Vulcans are that.
Yeah. Of course. Sensors. That's how they talk. So, meanwhile, though, announcing the royal governor of the Northern Province. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a bad time for this.
Yeah, His Excellency Vertag. And so the Zeltron boy band.
Vertag.
Governor Vertag, the one whose 5 daughters before we left home? You don't think, I think we might be needed elsewhere. And so there's some, like, comedy business here about our 4 Zeltron boys maybe having gotten a little busy with some governor's daughters.
You totally did that guy's daughters.
Time to make our escape.
One side, please. We're out of here. Off to star in our own wacky teen sex comedy.
Okay. So, if these 4 Zeltrons are the, like, Mystery Inc. or the group of kids that were running around with Jabberjaw of the cartoon that they're spinning off into, what is the talking speed buggy-esque animal or object that is accompanying this group?
That's a good question.
Because, like, easy option is obviously talking spaceship, right? But...
Yeah, of course, yeah. Or speeder of some kind.
Or some kind of speeder. Alternatively, it is some kind of, like, cute rancor that would otherwise be a giant monster, but because they're hanging out with these 4, it's like, Rocky the Rancor! I'm such a stinker.
Could be a Lashby where it's like, don't get too excited.
Oh, no, it's a Lashby. It's 100% a Lashby. You're right.
Right, and that's the whole thing is like, if you keep doing this, he's going to turn into a monster.
What are they called? The hooks?
Yeah, the hooks, yeah. He's looking a little hook to me.
Yeah. He needs a real big sandwich to calm him down.
Extra sandwich. An extra big sandwich. All right.
comedy aside, Leia and Danny are now having at it because Leia's like, maybe we shouldn't kill them all, and Danny is like, we should kill them all.
What I like is this. You see the comedy beat with the Zeltrons. You think that's just like breaking the tension? No, that just happened, and then they go right back to this moral debate.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, I will say, neither one of you two should be making like these broad generalizations. That's the thing that gets me about this. Is like both of you are reacting. That's the line. There's no middle ground between making peace and extermination.
As of right now, yes. And so Luke and Han are like, okay, maybe we can pick this back up later, because clearly we are coming at this with some different intentions.
And Han is like, well, I don't know what Leia went through, but in my experience, they all suck, so.
Good old Han. Hey, he's backing his lady.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm willing to hear her out, but also, oof. And so, once... the smile on this guy's face, the king guy, and he's just like, well, it seems you guys need to figure a few things out.
Arno!
We'll have another meeting tomorrow, but of course, party!
And of course, another party to celebrate whatever course we all agree upon. Yeah. Oh, Zeltrons never change.
And so Leia's like, well, let me talk to her away from everybody. I'll go talk to Danny.
Give me some time to talk to her alone. Because again, we've established at this point that there is like some kind of like, admittedly antagonistic, but there is a rapport between Danny and Leia at this point.
Yeah. The other, okay, so here's the thing though. Once again, Danny's being very extreme with the, you have to exterminate this entire race. But also Leia's being pretty naive here to say that she goes, look, I've learned that they had to leave their galaxy for the reason because they were run out of there. You're like, okay, yes, Leia, but does that excuse the fact that they're trying to take over yours?
Yeah. I mean,
both of these two need to consider some nuance, is my point.
Sure, yes. I think Leia is more approaching it that, like, Danny has leapt to this extreme of exterminate this entire people. Leia is like, we need to consider their motivations here, because I've maybe just had my eyes opened that it might be more complicated than they're just evil space dark elves.
Yeah. But this is my issue with the comic. Aside from that one guy, they are evil space dark elves.
True. And nothing we see in this issue will disprove that fact, because Danny starts like breaking down a little bit about the fact that she was tortured.
Yeah.
And how
hard to get past that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, her line here is like, Leia, I miss Kiro, so I have such nightmares. I dream of love and pain and terror, all intermingled and gone wrong, and all my nightmares have one name, one face. And it's just like, damn, that is awful. Especially considering that one name and face is right here. Hey, everyone, it's Den Siva. He's here.
Hey, everybody. My ears are burning.
Yes, Danny.
I did think this was a little...
Flattering to know you still think of me from time to time. God, this guy sucks.
He's like, well, because we just saw in the last issue where he was remembering and hoping she did, that he's like, yes, she does still remember me. I left permanent mental scars. And then Danny's like, I'm going to kill him.
I mean, she's totally right to do so. This guy blows. Yeah. I don't care what Leia thinks.
I don't care about we're not talking about the extermination of the guy, but this guy has to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she gets swacked so hard she's unconscious.
No one can stand up to a Nagai swack.
Yeah, Danny tells Leia to run. She's going to take care of this guy, but Leia needs to go get help. Unfortunately for her, I guess Den Siva has some kind of super strength, because he just swacks her good, and she's down.
Yeah. And then as Leia's running up these steps, Den Siva's second in command or somebody.
Hench person.
Yeah, shows up and just shoots Leia. Looks like fatally, but of course it's not. But
yeah, the comic book doesn't know what the stun setting looks like, unfortunately.
Yeah. And meanwhile, though, let's cut to Luke and Pliff out for a Moon Knight stroll.
Yeah,
Moonlight
Luke's just
Scroll.
chilling with some hoojibs.
Yeah. And then and Pliff is like, "Do you think Danny will be all right? Because I heard what she said, but even more importantly, I saw what she was thinking, and yikes."
Uh, and this is an awkward moment because they're talking about how she misses Kiro and the hoojibs
Yeah.
miss him too. And
Yeah.
Luke says, "So do we humans." ... And everyone else who knew him. But Luke knows he's alive.
Yeah.
Again, like, now that Luke can see
It's the
how
weirdest
messed up.
choice.
Yeah, Luke
It's
can
the
see
weirdest
how
choice.
messed up Danny has become over this. Why he wouldn't choose to be like, I know it violates Kiro's trust to tell Danny that he's still
Yeah.
alive, but she has openly proposed genocide in front of the leaders of her planet.
Yeah, what is the consequence of her knowing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Nothing?
that's the thing about it, right? Yeah, no,
'Cause
that's it exactly, right?
Kiro's whole thing is that he stayed behind on his planet to, like, fight for it as a quiet vigilante, not being with his
Yeah.
people, but still defending the world. But he needs everyone to believe that he's dead so that they don't distract him from his mission, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, I mean that like the consequence he sort of presents in that is kind of like, if she knows she's going to come out here and try to find me, and you're like, and that would be bad. Why? I guess to your point, conceivably, what I guess he's saying is, then I'll be distracted, or my allegiance will be pulled, or it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, though.
I mean, there is something classically so super heroic about, like, no, I can't be with you because I must maintain focus on the mission, and if you were ever put in danger, that would split my loyalty.
That's a little different than let her continue to believe I'm dead at the cost of her own mental health.
Yeah.
It's weird, and like I said, I also just don't know what the story gains from that.
Drama.
Yeah, but it also makes me not like Luke Skywalker. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. But
Also,
Pliff goes on.
Can't Pliff read his mind and know he's alive?
Yes. Well, actually, maybe not Luke, because Luke is a
'Cause
Jedi.
he's a
So
Jedi.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
But
So
the
anyway-
people whose mind he can read is the bug guys in the bushes.
And then this is the line we were talking about earlier. He just goes like, "Well, the Zeltrons like everybody, Luke, but they seem to really like you." And Luke's like, "Yeah, huh? That's weird."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right.
Moving on.
And then Pliff is like, "Oh, and if you're worried about the Nagai, Hoojibs are, we're with you no matter what."
There is a little sort of like a note of sadness here, just like everyone kind of thinks of us as pets, not really
Yeah.
realizing that we're sentient. So,
Yeah.
like, I know you didn't ask our opinion on the matter, but of course we're going to back you in the war.
Yeah. But, it would be nice to be asked.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Just
in the
saying.
bushes here, because we can't not have a bug guy in a bush,
It's where we live to be.
they're talking about how they're going to kidnap the king and queen, but then Luke pops in.
Hey,
is-
what's going on over here?
Is ambushed by all of the Hiromi.
Eep. He actually says, "Eep."
And what's this I hear about someone capturing the king and queen?
Yeah.
You'll never know, fool.
Because this guy's got a gun to his back. And then I do like this beat where Pliff's like, "Should we?" And he goes, No, let him play it out. Because Luke, of course, can take these guys, but he's like, let's see where they're going with this. Might be kind of fun.
That is what Luke thinks at Pliff, yeah.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I mean, it's a full-on Caligula orgy. Let's be honest.
Chewbacca is literally getting fed grapes by a woman in the foreground.
Yeah. I don't need that in my life. I was a lot happier before I saw that image.
Lando and a Zeltron woman are doing the, like, hooked arms champagne sipping thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is a real, like, how far can we take this? What's the upper edge of this comics like? And this is it.
There is a body pose with 2 Zeltron women and a Zeltron man literally swinging from a chandelier while laying atop one another, drinks in hand.
Yeah. Also, yeah. So, and this Zeltron comes on to Han, but he's like, "No, hey, come on, I'm in a committed relationship."
And the Zeltron is like, yeah, but she's not here right now.
You do make some interesting points. No. And then I don't like Lando saying, "Come on, Han, enjoy yourself. Cheat on Leia."
If you're not going to oblige the lady, at least get her a drink and have one yourself.
I mean, you do not have to get okay. All right,
We can
C-3PO.
all agree that Lando Calrissian is a bad influence.
A real bad one, yeah. Lando's the kind of guy who's like, we don't put labels on relationships.
I mean, look, he was dating a droid there for a hot second, and they made it work.
Oh, it works.
Oh,
I
it
do
works.
really like that. Yeah. Believe you me, it works.
We
Say
should
no
note that in the whole time we've seen big crowds in and around the Zeltron like court, there has been one of the Hiromi kind of like lurking around in the background. That will become a plot point here shortly.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because on the next page, we have this party continuing, but the Hiromi in question is like, "This is Ensign Phoebe. Message received and understood. Soon we shall have the king and queen subdued."
Ensign Phoebe.
This is another name where it's like, okay, this is a reference to something. Maybe I don't know what it is. Did another Star Trek character play someone named Phoebe on something?
Not that I'm aware of, and I feel like I would be pretty good at knowing that. So I don't know that that's actually Phoebe. Even like Phoebe. No, I don't know what that would be.
Well, anyway, they're calling in to be like, "Hey, have you captured the king and queen?" This Hiromi is just like, "Yeah, totally.
Just about to.
I
Just
mean,
put my shoes on."
And I don't think it would be overstating the case to say that the king and queen are completely subdued. They're not going anywhere. The bug person says as they look on at the king and queen, we're just sitting on a bunch of throw pillows, drinking from a selection of becupped wines.
They're mostly captured right now. Pretty much, basically.
Like 100%. Come on.
Yeah.
Couldn't get more captured.
If you saw them right now, you'd be like, "Oh no, they're captured." But it's like, are they officially captured? Well, that's up for debate.
Are they aware of this fact?
Yeah, I mean, does that really matter? Is anyone really aware of anything? Anyway, yeah. So excellent. Harag out. And so meanwhile, Luke Skywalker, who is acting captured.
Luke, was it wise to let them tie you? As Luke is like, his arms are tied behind his back, but his lightsaber is still on his belt. And I like Luke's thought here.
It is kind of like, yeah.
Pliff, I'm a trained Jedi Knight. Yeah. If I wanted to get out of these ropes, they wouldn't hold me. I'm enjoying this.
Just sort of thing. Yeah, whatever, man. Let's see how far they want. This line about, "Yes, man, it has taken us 2 millennia, years of planning, of working, of hiding, of making sure no one beats us up. But at last we have begun." What? "Soon this entire galaxy will be trodden in the dust beneath the soles of our Hiromi boots."
Commander, sit yourself upon the vacant throne. Assume your rightful place as Hookier the First, new ruler of Zeltros.
Yeah, I mean, they're way ahead. They've gotten way ahead of themselves, of course.
So,
of course.
This is like Star Trek Lower Decks Pakled level of dumb.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I would say they're about at the same level of threat as that.
Because the Hiromi are like, "Our guy sat on the chair. That means we're the head of the world now.
You have to follow us now." Ooh,
we sat in the chair. Ooh.
He was in the chair. Did you not see him in the chair? I think I saw him in the chair.
And there's this big splash panel at the bottom here with Hirog going, "Nothing can stop us now. The glory of the Hiromi is assured. Yay!"
The yay is so sad.
Because then all the other Hiromi on the
Yay!
next page are like,
Yay!
"Yay!"
Huzzah for us! We have done it.
And the Hiromi are all turning to each other. So what comes after the victory cheer?
God, I mean,
What do we
this
do
is
next?
So goofy.
The Hiromi captain is like, "Well, now that we've completed the conquest and cheered, of course, that's very important.
Yeah.
I think the next thing to
cheering,
serve
buddy,
our
that
destiny
cheering.
would be to serve lunch."
Yeah, everybody. Everybody go over to the buffet. Jesus.
So all the Hiromi leave the throne room now that they've officially conquered it. Officially.
It is official. There is no doubt. Ass was in seat.
And Luke thinks to Pliff, "Do you still think we're in danger there, Pliff?"
I mean, once again, they were never much of a threat, as we said, but must we make them just so comedically incompetent?
Yes, apparently.
I guess so. I wonder where they keep the food around here.
So they go hunting for a pantry.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Nagai have busted in.
Meanwhile, the actual threat here is these, like, Matrix
say,
rejects.
Oh, we talk about the wild hair of the Nagai. We got some real wild ones here. We've got the person in front who's got the hair that goes out to the. It's the opposite of a mohawk. It's shaved down the middle and then goes straight out on the sides.
We've got someone who's got like a trident hair. It's like 4 different spears of hair coming up. We've got
and then guy with long braid.
Right, and then Goku.
Yeah, and then Goku. Yeah. I just binged all of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, and so anyway, no one move. You're now prisoners of the guy. Attempt no heroics. We have you covered.
They're also backed up by those big metal Doctor Who bad guys. I'm totally blanking on their name, but the ones whose heads are actually in their tummies.
Yeah, which I just like. That was like, they're indestructible. Oh, no, wait. If you shoot him in the stomach, it's fine. They'll kill him instantly. And Han pulls his blaster and says, oh, they shot the gun out of my hand.
Yeah, who's the quick draw who managed to shoot Han Solo? We don't know.
I know. Because Han has his gun clear. Like, it's not like he's reaching and it's up and like...
You'd think he would have just like straight open fire. Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he did on Darth Vader. Still one of my favorite things Han does. That just the idea of Darth Vader, die.
Didn't work, but yeah.
No, but just that would be the impulse of a Han Solo is just bad guy, kill him. And so, yeah. Do not attempt to imitate your friend.
Yeah, that says the one with the Bihawk. I don't know what else to call it.
Try to avenge his injury, and he shall suffer further for it. Why is Han now, like, unconscious?
I mean, he got hit in the hand. And he says, "Yeah, I'm fine. Finger just a little numb all the way to my toes." So,
but he's also like, ugh.
I think he got hit with the stun setting, and it like if it hits you anywhere on your body, you're gonna feel it.
Okay, I'll go with that. All right, so how dare they capture us and take us prisoners? Take our prisoners. Sorry, yeah, because now
there's a couple of Hiromi in the crowd here who are like, "What?
We're now
These
like,
guys
wait a minute, this is our invasion."
Yeah.
Hold up, what?
You can't capture the royal court. We're capturing the royal court.
It's have you seen the Woody Allen movie Take the Money and Run?
No.
Okay. There's a joke in it where you can't rob this bank, we're robbing this bank. 2 gangs are trying to rob the same bank and arguing about who should be able to rob the bank.
Sure.
Very funny. And meanwhile, fucking Zelda. The only reason they had the bit about the governor's daughters is to get the Zeltron boy band out of this party so they can be like, uh-oh, looks like there's trouble inside.
Macabrees. That's what the Doctor Who bad guys are called.
Oh, yeah. Why? Okay. And so they're like, we're going to need a plan, boys. And I'm like, oh, no. Please don't do Die Hard with the Zeltron boy band. I don't need that in my life.
Meanwhile, I'm like, please do Die Hard with a Zeltron boy band.
I'm not sure you have this comic's best interest in mind.
At this point, I want it to go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, this thing, man, this is gonna go down swinging, baby. Taking bad swings, but swinging nonetheless. Jesus, this is bad.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we got to come up with a plan. We can't fight them all ourselves. We got to go get help. Right, Bob? Right. Let's go find Commander Skywalker or Princess Leia. They'll know what to do. And then, a fancy boot stops us from going anywhere.
Oh. Not a fancy boot. Wait a minute. I know one villain who dresses fancy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And so because the Hiroji, was that it? Hiromi. But there's one called Hirog. That's why I keep getting screwed up.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, the Hiromi are just raiding the kitchen.
Well, they got to go find those picnic baskets.
Our entire society is based around Yogi Bear. All hail Yogi. All hail Yogi. So yeah, and so they're you gotta get. There's literally a guy making a sandwich in the foreground.
One of them's just eating a big donut.
Spaghetti. Yeah, once, and then the other guy's just carrying a big pot of spaghetti.
And the one coming out of the pantry is hauling a bag, which I have to assume is just filled with like tomatoes and honey.
Yeah. And then knock at the door. I love the idea of behind a door just going, yeah, whoever's in there, you're our prisoners now.
Come out with your hands up.
Yeah.
And
we got you.
The only hint we see of who this is that there is some gold rings and bracelets and a gun with a bayonet on it.
I have some ideas of who this might be. I have one or two theories.
One or two ideas. So yeah, it looks like everything's coming to a head here on Zeltros as the Bugmen are getting rumbled, the Nagai are invading and taking over.
We've been speculating about whether or not this comic knew it was ending. These developments makes it seem like maybe they have some idea that they're going to have to wrap this up because they have assembled all of the villains they've built up in one place.
Maybe. But
I'm just saying, it does feel like a move to be like, we got to get everybody in the same room now.
All we really know is that next issue, the party's over.
No, the nightmare for the Zeltrons, a party ending. No, curse you. It can't be.
The great Zeltron philosophers teach us that a party must end so that a new party may begin, John.
When one party ends, another begins.
How must one achieve the great after party if one does not complete the initial party?
If you think about it, does any party ever really end?
Not if we hold the party in our hearts.
Yeah.
These are the wisdoms of Zeltros.
The party was within you the whole time.
Whoa.
The party was the parties we started along the way.
Yes.
This is so dumb. I don't like any of it. I really hated this.
I'm not gonna say I'm loving it.
I mean, I'm having fun, but it's quite bad Star Wars. Like
it is not what we would call Star Wars. No.
It's not what I would call Star Wars, but but yes, at a certain point, kind of like you're saying, it is almost just like, all right, well, how silly is this going to get? You're almost reading it for that.
Yeah.
Where you're just, I mean, literally, these guys, this last panel where a guy's got a full, like, hoagie and is like, huh?
I like the one that's, like, curling noodles on a fork.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
There are bug guys about to pig out and then going, what's going on? What?
I mean, a favorite trope of mine is the bad guys who, like, they don't realize they're weak sauce until the true bad guys show up.
Yeah. Yeah. But these guys are the weakest of weak sauce.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's Ice King. It's like, name your cartoon bad guy. It is a cartoon trope a lot of the times.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. That's why it's not. It's not good. It's not good. This is not good storytelling.
It could be,
And
but
it
it's
also
bad Star Wars
but it,
storytelling.
well, the other thing that's weird about it too is just the tonal shift of earlier we're talking about the morality of exterminating your enemy and stuff, and by the end of this, there are bug guys breaking in. Oh, by the way, there I see the bag is open and it is full of tomatoes.
Oh, good.
I was just stealing these tomatoes. Surely you can't have a problem with me.
Yeah, a surprised bug guy holding a big sandwich is maybe not where I want the dramatic end of this issue to be, but that's where we are, John.
But yet, that's what we've been given, and we have to deal with it. And we're professionals. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear us talk about other stuff as well, you can head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/punchupent. That's punchupent. You get cool exclusive bonus content. And I should mention also early episodes of this show. If you want to hear these episodes a week early, you can get those over there.
Absolutely. Of course, one of the other great ways you can support the shows over on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@punchupent entertainment. We have the full entertainment on YouTube. It's just an ent like the tree folk from Lord of the Rings on the website. But if you want a full entertainment experience, it's over on the YouTube page because you can read the comic along with us. You can see all of our YouTube exclusive stuff, as well as, everything we do on the Punch Up Entertainment Network is basically over here on the YouTube page, and you get it in a fine second screen video format. And
indeed,
while you're here, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things really help us out. That pesky algorithm is always trying to keep us down, but with your help, like some kind of bug man in a kitchen, we can rise up and seize what is truly ours.
I don't know, like some kind of bug man in a kitchen.
But I think that is going to do it for us this week.
Indeed.
As always, I have been Mike Gargoni.
I'm John Campbell.
And remember, may the panel be with you.